Things people never told me when you start living on your own. Part 1 in the series, presented by Tess, job developer, job coach. At Access Work Service, ready, willing, and able. Learning with Tess. This video series covers money, independence, resources, healthcare, transportation, relationships, parenthood, self-advocacy, college, housing, and job hunting. Introduction. Transitioning from teenage home life or foster care can be a difficult and confusing process. Based on interviews from a group of young adults, in order to gain insight into important life areas such as finances, employment, healthcare, transportation, and relationships, among others, we hope that by learning from their experiences as well as suggestions, youth will be equipped with the necessary tools to become independent and successful adults. Money. Cha-ching! In regards to money, many were never told how to budget or manage money, that bank accounts were a must when moving out, or not to spend all of your money right away, that building a credit history as soon as possible was important so you could get things like a car, having a SIN or social insurance number for employment, how to fill out taxes, what to claim as income or not, what forms to use, and what forms to keep in order to fill out the taxes, what to look for when filling out taxes. Many adults take their taxes to accountants. So what do you do when you're young and can't afford to hire an accountant? Or who else can you take your taxes to? I learned that taxes are tricky, that bills needed to be paid every month. If you don't pay your bills, your information and the money you owed will be sent to a collections agency, which would ruin your credit. Also, the agency could charge you more than you owed. If you paid your bills late, even a day late, there would be late fees. Sometimes the fees amounted to nearly half of what you owed. That there is such a thing as owing more than you had or made, called debt. Some debt is worth it, such as a student loan. But also, there's a difference between school loans, scholarships, and grants. Scholarships and grants were better than loans because you didn't have to pay them back. Independence. In regard to independence, they were never told that you never should carry your social insurance number or birth certificate in your wallet or purse, and that you should store them in a safe place. Not to give out your SIN or any other personal information over the phone or internet unless it is a reliable source like your employer. To buy a folder to keep track of all your important paperwork. This includes financial aid forms, bills, rental agreements, resumes, contracts, etc. Staying organized will save you time and trouble when you need to find those papers later on. That being organized and having a filing system to keep track of when payments, credit cards, rent, school loans, etc. needed to be made is extremely helpful, because when you fill out your taxes or OSAP, Ontario Student Assistance Program, you knew where your papers are. That you should pay your rent with a check or money order instead of cash, because it is easier to track and a receipt of your payment. Plus, you should also keep your checks in a safe place. If I did pay other bills with a check, I found it important to keep track of my checks and their numbers. Independence continued. In regard to independence, many youth were never told that you need rental history or a cosigner to be approved for your first apartment. About how to get help with housing, such as how to get approved, moving costs, everything that comes with moving into your own place, which I had to learn on my own. I didn't know how to set up utilities, plus I didn't know that even when things are plugged in or not on, they're still running electricity, phantom power. How to tell my roommate you are moving out, and how to handle the stress of moving, or how to find someone to help you move, or even how to move if you didn't have a car. How to rent a car, that sometimes you were required to pay extra when you were under 25. Please join us again for more tips and tricks. The Government of Canada website listed here is a great place to find answers to these questions. Please follow along in part 2 of the series.